After doing thorough research for 5 months, I have finally found all the possible solutions to solve server connection issues of FIFA Mobile. And the best part of this video is that if you are having server connection issues in any other games, this video will be helpful for you too. Well, I have divided this video into 4 parts, and they are: number 1, my unsuccessful attempts; number 2, the reason behind the server connection issues; number 3, the solutions; and number 4, explaining the solutions in details. Now, if you want to directly jump to the solutions, you can by fast forwarding the video, but I prefer to provide all the little information, or else the video will be incomplete. Now, coming to the first part, my unsuccessful attempts. Now, why is it that important? Because I don't want you guys to repeat my mistakes. Now, if you are having server connection issues, the first thing I would recommend to do is to go to ea.help and seek help by contacting an advisor. They will tell you to do troubleshooting steps that includes restarting your device, clearing cache of your phone or cache, I don't know how to pronounce it, and for stopping your game. Most of the time these steps will not work, but you have to do these steps because it is a part of the process and it might solve the issue. Now, the troubleshooting steps didn't work for me. So what I did was I increased my Wi-Fi speed from 20 Mbps to 60 Mbps, bought an Ethernet C-type cable or something like that, and tried reducing the graphics of the game, but nothing worked for me and it was a waste of money. Now, part 2, the reason behind server issues. It has to do more about your IP address rather than anything. What is an IP address? It is an Internet Protocol address or a numerical label such as 192.0.2.1. An IP address serves 2 main functions: network interface identification and location addressing. So basically, if I want to send you a letter, I have to write your location or address on the envelope and write the pin code or postcode like 7001 for Kolkata and EC1A for London or something like that. But when I'm sending you a Gmail, how will the internet identify your location and send my Gmail only to you and not to your neighbor? By the help of the IP address that determines your location. Servers work with the help of IP address. Now, as you know, there are currently 7 servers in FIFA Mobile. And how is it determined that I am in Indian subcontinent server? It is my IP address that tells them that I am a part of the Indian subcontinent server. So when I am playing FIFA Mobile, my game's information is provided or exchanged by the FIFA Mobile server with the help of the IP address that is helping them to connect with me. So this is how the exchange of data takes place. When I score a goal in head-to-head, the information is provided to the server with the help of the internet through my IP address. Now, when the FIFA server fails to find my IP address, that is my location, the connection is interrupted. As a result, the sharing of the data is interrupted, and this results in this. Well, you can't really blame anyone if you are having server connection issues. Your IP address has to be blamed. So the solution is changing your IP address. There are 2 ways it is possible. Now the thing is, even if your location is same, your IP address will change once you switch to a different network or internet service provider. Suppose you are using Geo network and you switch to Airtel or Alliance or PMPL, your IP address will change every time. There are 2 solutions. One, using a VPN or a proxy server that basically changes your IP address and your server connection issues will be solved. But there are some things that we need to keep in mind while using a VPN, which I'm going to discuss in the next chapter. And the second solution is changing your internet service provider. I am using PMPL and having this server connection issue, but I'm planning to change to Alliance because of this issue. You might have the problem with your service provider, so change your service provider. And this is a permanent solution, to be honest. Now, while using VPN, you need to understand certain things. The first thing is that VPN reduces your internet speed. So you might have lags in game. To solve the lags, try reducing the graphics in game. And also keep in mind the location of the VPN you choose. If you are in Indian subcontinent, it is recommended to use a location within the countries available in the Indian subcontinent. And if you are in America or some other European countries or like that, try to use a VPN location closer to your country, if not your country. For example, I'm from India and I'm using a VPN connection of India with a different IP address, and it is working for me. So this was all for this video, guys. This video will definitely work for you, and thank me later. So bye bye, do leave a like and don't forget to leave a comment. So bye bye, and your server connection issues are solved. Thank me.